There's actually a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about in this video. Bunch of news has dropped. The biggest one to me being Deadpool and Wolverine, which is breaking more records, aside from absolutely destroying a bunch of box office records. It's now breaking digital streaming records. So right now, you can buy the movie on digital. I believe you can also rent it, but it's only like $5 cheaper to rent it. I hate digital rental and how that system works. It makes me long for the days of video rental stores when you could go in and get these things for like $5. Now they make you pay $20 if you want to rent a movie, and that's only for like 48 hours. I mean, that's the price of a Blu-ray in a lot of cases. People letting Blu-rays and DVDs die like they have is very, very sad because it's led to these high prices for digital. It's ridiculous. I'm not paying $25 for a movie when I can get it on Blu-ray for the same price. And this movie's not even out on physical yet. It comes out, I think, at the end of the month, and I expect it to set records with that, too, when it happens. But right now, only available on digital, and it's breaking records. The highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, Marvel Studios' Disney's Deadpool and Wolverine, refuses to stop breaking records, notching the highest selling first week ever for an R-rated film on domestic digital platforms. The previous record holder, we understand, was Lionsgate's John Wick Chapter 4. Not a shocker. I'm hearing like $15 million be kicked around. If it was $15, it'd be a disaster. $15 million is what I've heard get kicked around since it's come to streaming platforms. Not too shabby. I mean, that's just extra money in your pocket. Movies used to make a lot of their money when they came to video sales. So this one has been quite successful. And I'm not surprised. This is a movie, I mean, I watched it twice in the theaters. I haven't done that in a long time. It's been a long time since I've wanted to go back and watch a movie. Had a lot of fun in with this movie. I really can't wait for it to come out on 4K Blu-ray. That's where I plan to pick it up. I'm just waiting for that. I've already pre-ordered the Steelbook on Amazon. Those are insane in pricing. I know there will be a regular version. That will be much cheaper. The Steelbook, though, is a little crazy, but sometimes they end up being worth quite a bit of money. This one has like 3 versions, though. I don't like that. I'm only getting 1. I'm not getting 3. Because they have one for Wolverine, then they have one for Deadpool, and then I think there's a combo, like, where it's both of them. And then there's, of course, the usual cinematic universe Blu-ray that's coming out. That one, they have like a uniform style for those now. But yeah, this thing's making crazy money. You know what's not going to make crazy money, though? Captain America: Brave New World. Unlike Joker 2, this movie's actually getting screen testings, and apparently it's bad. It was awful before. That's why they reshot most of the movie, if you don't remember that. They reshot like 75% of this movie, I think, is what insiders were saying. And now they've put it all together, put this new cut together, and it's still awful to people at test screenings. And I suspect this movie will probably do well out of the gate and then fall flat. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to do Deadpool and Wolverine numbers. Most people have no idea that Falcon is Captain America. You know how I know that? Because nobody watched the Disney Plus shit. So they're going to go into this wondering what the hell is going on, because many of them didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So a lot of people are going to walk into this movie and say, what the hell is going on? And, then we get to watch him fight old man Harrison Ford Hulk. That's going to be a shit show. This movie is not going to be good. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm sure I'll see it eventually, but what a shit show this is going to be. Now, after this, there's Ironheart, and then Thunderbolts. I don't know which one comes out of first with those two, but that's it. Then we go into the reboot era of Marvel. And I say that because a lot of those activists like Victoria Alonso and so on got fired or, AKA stepped down, whatever. They're gone. So the rumors being kicked around, and I've heard this from credible people like Chris Score, that a lot of these activists are out and they're going to try to right the ship. Now, whether or not that works, that remains to be seen. But if we can get more stuff like Deadpool and Wolverine, I think that would make audiences happy. Because we keep hearing about fatigue, and it's like, we just had the biggest R-rated movie of all time, breaking records on digital platforms, and then The Penguin keeps dominating streaming charts. So The Penguin is way up there. It's been number one for like 3 weeks in a row over on Nielsen and Samba TV. So is there really superhero fatigue? I don't think so. I think there's just bad bullshit fatigue. That's what's going on. I stand by that. I do think that's what's going on there. I mean, why else would anybody be tuning into these? You make something good and people will show up for it. You make something like The Acolyte or Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, no one shows up for it. No one shows up for it. This is only top streaming programs, by the way. This is original programs. All of them are still getting beaten by like Friends and Seinfeld and stuff. Law and Order. People are still just watching old stuff. But they do tune in for good things, like Tulsa King's on there. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. It's funny. I made this post on Twitter. It's always funny how these people come out and they say, oh, yeah, Rings of Power and The Acolyte are actually good. It's just because of the racist that it did bad. And it's like, I guess they're just giving Penguin a pass. All the racists are giving Penguin a pass. Like Victor is black. Good character. He's like Penguin's right-hand man. I guess they're just giving him a pass, right? It's the Acolyte and the Rings of Power that everybody's focused on. That's really it. They're all just focused on that. They don't care about the Penguin. They're not watching the Penguin. They only show up for bad shows. Liars. That's why I can't stand these gaslighting pieces of garbage from Hollywood and all of the access media that attack fans because they're a part of a garbage show that nobody wants. In fact, in the case of The Acolyte, it's so bad that everyone's memeing it and making fun of it. But apparently, they're all racist, even though they tune in for House of the Dragon that has a diverse cast, and they tune in for The Penguin, which has a diverse cast, and they praise those shows. Season 2 of House of Dragon, not so much. It was an okay season, but the first season was better. Still leagues better than Rings of Shit. It's just funny how tone deaf they are, and the media doesn't even counter it. It's so obvious how in bed they all are together. But here is the other one. Lucasfilm developing Young Indiana Jones movie. Keep in mind, this will be under Kathleen Kennedy's regime, so I'm sure it'll be a shit show. Maybe they'll explore his bisexuality in the show. Young Indy banged men. Let's make the whole movie about it. That's what she would do. That's why the other day they came out with trans stormtroopers or something. It's like, who cares? Star Wars is done to me. I don't watch Star Wars anymore. So you could come out with a quadriplegic stormtrooper. I don't care. Let's have stormtroopers in wheelchairs. That'll be next. I'm sure that'll fire up the fan base. Fan base is going to go wild and crazy for those handicapped stormtroopers. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. And what a dumb idea. We already have a Young Indiana Jones show, which is damn good and canon as far as I'm concerned. I have no need for this. You can watch that show in the first 3 movies. Stop there. That's what you should do. I'll never understand the need to continue Indiana Jones after The Last Crusade. Characters had great ending. They all ride off into the sunset together. Done. Crystal Skull sucked. But man, it makes that garbage one. I forget the Dial of Dysenteria. That movie makes Kingdom Skull look like look like high art Citizens Kane. Kathleen Kennedy, man. Any announcement from Lucasfilm, and this is a rumor, by the way, but I bet you it's true because they want to try to do something with this property. They need to milk it. So, anything under her regime, I have no interest in. They can announce a young Luke Skywalker show. I don't give a shit. I want, even if Mark Hamill was DH somehow and like we're gonna show him doing something or whatever, he's gonna be a badass in it. I don't care. Anything under her regime, I'm just writing off as trash. And I'm not the only one. Why do you think most of the people have dipped? The ratings prove that Star Wars is dead. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.